Hello everybody, this is Barbie. I'm here today to show you my latest little project I got finished. I'm calling it a clutch journal. Um, Anyhow, I decided I wanted to do some stash busting since I had a whole lot of ephemera and paper and everything out. Um, on my desk, and I thought, well, before I go and put it up, maybe I ought to try this little project out that I had saw on YouTube on the Firefly Studio 67. Gina, she had done a project using lunch paper bags, and she came out with a really cool little pouch or clutch that she used to put her journal in. So I switched it around a little bit because something I wanted to try, basically. So this is my take on it. I used I told myself I'm not going to use a bunch of new papers. I'm going to kind of use papers that I've kind of forgotten about. So I dug in my files and found these, which are beautiful papers by Antique Paperie. So that's what I've used to cover my pouch in, or my clutch. I keep calling it a pouch. I don't know what it is really. It's a paper bag container. I don't know. Anyhow, I went ahead and used the 3-hole pamphlet stitch to stitch my journal in. And I covered the whole edge with, as you can see, tea dyed, or coffee dyed actually, fabric. Because I wanted to strengthen everything so it would be very strong. So that's why I did all of this. And where the wear would be like on the edges, I thought that'd be a good thing to do. And I put my little tie on it using a chiffon, coffee dyed chiffon that I have. Let me make sure I'm in frame. This is kind of, you got to show it like this so it's sort of, yeah, it looks like it's pretty close. Okay, before I do that, I want to show you what I came up with on this. I opened the bag up, as you can see, and I lined it with a book board, so it's real strong because this was a lunch paper bag. And then I wanted to put some gussets in, and I didn't want to use paper. I wanted to use something more durable, so I decided to use this fabric. And so I did we used to call them, it's a pleat basically, and you put it down here to kind of elongate it or to bring it in down here so it's not a bunch of bulky fabric. And then I went ahead and added a little seam here. I don't know if you can see it, but I put that little seam in there, and that's also to give it a folding ability basically. And I didn't line the book board, it's just book board. I should have, but you know, at that point it was sort of like an experiment. So that was my idea on that. And so I'm using this little pouch or this little area here to store some extra journaling things in. And I just machine stitched the center of this. So these are just some papers that are all blank, and they've either been coffee dyed or tea dyed, or this is a Indian rag paper of some sort. Oh, I've got it upside down. So I put this little one little tuck here in the front with just some little journaling cards. So I put that in there, and then here's another little booklet I had made. So I got that out of my stash. Need to use up some of this stuff. Here's another one I had made, and it was just too bulky for the journal I had made. So I thought, well, this is a good place to put it. And I made that one. Then here's some little cards, which I stamped the date that I made this journal in, you know, just a stamp, it's basically. And then I made this envelope, and this is from Artie Mae's Foxglove. Put a little card in there that you can journal on, or put whatever you want to put on there. Did my little butterfly closure, and this is one of her little cards, which I again put some of our the archive papers on from Tracy Fox. had all those papers out, like I said, and just kind of wanted to add to all of them, you know, get rid of them. And so, okay, let's open this up. Basically what I did on this is I tried to keep it as non-bulky, just keep some of the bulk out. So I offset all of my papers and so they're all different levels, so that way I could use these little fabric snippets without it being all bulked at the same level, which worked out really great. I just wanted to, these papers here are again some antique papery I've had for a long time, some of the first papers I bought, and they were perfect background papers for this little journal. And I guess I would call it a traveler's journal size. I'll have to count the pages. I'll put that on my description, but I think there's 40 front and back pages in here, so it's a pretty good sized little journal considering it's all contained in this little pouch. I keep saying pouch. I think it's called a clutch. You can call it whatever you like, you know what I'm saying. So again, these are some little snippets I had already made and I had used in my other journal I just finished. And this is out of some of the really beautiful books I have. I've been dying to use these, use them more than I've used them to this point. So this was a good opportunity, I thought. Let me see if I can sit down and keep this in frame. Okay. Again, this is some of the papers that I have in my stash. Just did all of the, just put some little decorative edge up here. This little tag, I forget where it's from, but again, it was in my stash. Little Tracy Fox, put a little button up there. This is again the antique papery. I'm not going to say who it is, I don't think, the whole way through, because a lot of it I don't know who it is. You know, that's Artie Mae's. Again, I found a little, put a little snippet in there, and you see how this is offset. So it staggers it, is what I'm trying to say, so all the bulk isn't at the top. Another of my stash elements. That's, you know, from an archive. Stash, again, stash. This stash, I believe, it was one of the first digitals I got, and the lady, I don't know if she even still does it or not, but I still have the digital, and I had it printed out and ready to go, so I used some of that paper in here as well. This is a little vellum envelope that I had, and a napkin that I decoupaged on the back of one of Carol Lane's beautiful tags. Carol Lane Studios, I believe, on Etsy. I'll put it in the link. Again, I just wanted some structure up here. I wanted it to have some, because this is flimsy paper, you know how vellum envelopes are. I wanted it to have a little bit more structure where you take things in and out, so that's why I did that. Another one out of my little bird book, and I wanted to identify the bird, so I put the name of the bird up here. Put a little snippet on the top, and it has journaling space on the back. A little bit of glue. Journaling space on the back. I just tore a piece out of one of my beautiful botanical books, and that's the name of it. It's called Milkwort, and it has its generic name, or whatever you want to call it, and the scientific name. And again, see how that's offset? This worked out just really great. I really love that idea. I'm going to do some more of those. Again, out of my stash, I did just a little bit of stamping on the back because it's printed on just plain, you call it archive paper, not archive paper. Can't think of the name of the paper. I don't know why I go brain dead when I say this. It's like my words don't come. But anyhow, it was just the paper. So I wanted to put a little bit of interest on it. One of my little snippets that I had done in the past. I just love this paper. I think it's Artie Mae's. She does such a good job on background paper and putting interesting spots on it. Again, some of the paper, antique papery. Angela Kerr uses this a lot. This particular design, I believe it's Nagasaki. And I think that's actually Artie Mae's tag. This is one of my digitals I did, and I really liked it. I thought it went well in here. And just made a little pocket there out of one of Carol Anne's index cards. Again, out of one of my books, and I was able to keep the name of the fruit down here, which is written in beautiful script. And then I wanted to put a little tag in there out of the same book. And this is the back of one of my stash cards I was telling you about. And I didn't want to put a tab on this because of the bulkiness of it, so I just made a little, hole punch thing out. Just left some plain pages for journaling if you want, for putting whatever you want in there. Again, out of my flower book. There's some beautiful flowers. Made a pocket out of one of Artie Mae's big tags. And just put a little bit of something in there to journal on. And this is one of her big tags. And so I just flipped it over and made a little pocket here so I could stick some journaling cards in there. Used one of the tickets. I punched out one of these tickets. I used it for a tab. Decorated that up. Make sure I'm still in frame. Yeah, pretty much so. Okay. Again, I just used some lace there. Snip it that I did and put a button on it. Journaling card. Another picture out of one of my botanical books. And that's the other side of my digital. And this is the other side. This is one of the envelopes I had from my stash, and I cannot remember the lady's name, but again, I don't know if she's even doing it anymore. It's a coin envelope, and I just put it on there with the Tim Holtz paper clip. Flipped it over the top. A little tag, a decorative, what do you call it? Paper clip. Decorative paper clip. Blah. And I put a little bee on the other side. And again, just did a little bit of a decoration and journaling page. One of my little snippets. And some lemons. It's called Citrus Stratus, looks like. Okay, and that's it. And then I made a little tag in the back and used one of my little circles I had, circles punches or whatever. This is another little tag I made out of some paper in my stash. And this is where I stamped my name of my store and signed it and put the date. So I put that in the very back on most of my journals. And then on the fold here, I put some washi tape and also some lace to strengthen this side of the fold. And then it just rocks over like so and covers and closes down. Oops, I'm sorry, I knocked the camera with my big elbow. Sorry. Then you just wrap it around, of course, and tie it. That's my latest little journal. I'll be putting this in my Etsy shop. My poor little Etsy shop is barren, except for my art. So I've been working hard trying to do some smaller projects and get them out there and put something in my shop. So if you're interested, that's where it'll be. And I didn't put those back in there, but there you go. Thank you for coming by, and thanks to all my subbies, my new ones, and my older subbies, I say. Let's not use that old word. anyhow, you know who I'm talking about. I appreciate all your wonderful comments and always being there to support me. And it's very important and it means a lot to me. I just love to share. And since I have no one in my area who does this sort of work, my YouTube buddies are my buddies, and they all love the same things I love, and that makes my heart happy. And so I hope whatever I do in my little projects will be something that you will find interesting and something that maybe you can use in your projects. So let's just have fun crafting every day, and hopefully I'll see you back shortly. I'm working on several other journals, all of them in the English country garden line, some of them more on the countryside, and I'm excited about getting back on those. So until next time, this is Barbie saying bye bye bye. See you next time. Have a beautiful day.